Do you ever look in the mirror and say, I want to be better? Not just physically, but mentally. Maybe you've hit that point or that rock bottom where you've said, I've had enough and I want to change. A real transformation. Well, I'm here to tell you it's possible. In fact, it's closer than you think. Hi, I'm Emily and welcome to my channel. There was a time in my life where I felt stuck. And this was before all of my personal development training, where before I knew that I could actually transform my life the way I choose, and that it's not up to society or anyone else, it's me. But I was finally given the tools to know and understand that and reprogram my brain to know that it's up to me to not only physically change my body or mentally change my body. I was run down, I was physically exhausted, I was overweight, I had all these physical body issues, like my hips were hurting. I actually didn't know that at the time. I have hip dysplasia. I had endometriosis, which is a female issue and condition. I had lots of digestive issues. I still am struggling with those, but it's an ongoing process, and I know that. And it's like the more steps I take, the better I feel. But like before that time, I just felt run down and just exhausted and not motivated to do anything. I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to go to work. It's like nothing lit me up and nothing made me feel excited to do anything. And so it's like I was stuck, and I had no clue until after some personal development training that I could actually change that and the way I wanted to become. Not because of society wanted me to become a certain way, but it was because of I wanted it. I decided in my personal development training that I learned all these tools that I can actually choose what I want to do in my life. No one else can choose it for me. And it's like I chose then to become the strongest version of myself, and I'm constantly working at it every day. And it's an ongoing process, and I'm sure it's going to be forever, but I'm happier and more content and more fulfilled in my life because I'm going after what I want. When I started committing to working on both my mental and my physical state, I found that when I physically started feeling better, I was able to actually work on my mental state more, and it was actually working better because my physical state wasn't as draining. So I was able to I was able to work on both, but what I found for me was that physically, when I started feeling better through like exercise or nutrition, I found that like I started to feel better physically. Therefore, it started to actually, get me out of like a brain fog or fatigue so much that I was able to actually concentrate on, my mental side, which was like mindset, positive affirmations, like all these things to actually boost like my mindset and the way I think. Once I started working on both my mental and my physical state, I started finding that what I thought was impossible now became possible. The first part is the mental aspect. So it's like your mind is the driver of everything. So if you have your mind right, then it's more likely that you will achieve, the results that you want. So it's like learning how to overcome mental blocks. So it's like there's so many times where I'm like, golly, I don't feel like I'm gonna get through this, or I don't like how I look, and I just get down. I know as soon as I do that, I already cause my body to go, well, I guess that's not gonna happen. So it's like I have to catch myself in the act and be aware of how I'm talking to myself and try to get into like a positive affirmation, like, no, I am a powerful human, or I am a powerful woman. And it's like, it's creating an affirmation, be like, I am worth it. I am good enough. And it's just like being in the moment and just either writing something out or being grateful for what I look like or what I like about me, or I'm grateful for whatever I did in the morning, like I worked out, or I made my lunch today, so I'm prepared, so I'm not like cheating, having a cheat meal. And so it's like being very very focused and aware of how you talk to yourself, because that's the biggest thing. Because like you will have mental clarity around that if you know how you're being to yourself. So like techniques to improve on that would be like meditation and mindfulness. So it's like being present of like how you're treating yourself, what you're saying to yourself, and then meditation is like, you give yourself some space to get out of your head and into your heart and your body. And it's like this could also be exercise, and it's just like allowing your body to just have space and give yourself grace and mercy, and just be grateful for who you are and what you're doing and what you have instead of what you lack. So it's just being in positivity as much as you can, and it's just like working on that every day. It's like the best thing is to create like a habit that around that for like 20 to 30 days minimum, and it's just like allowing that positivity to flow and just to create that habit. So it's like do meditation for like 20 to 30 days in a row. That could be anything from like 5 minutes to 30 minutes. It depends. Depends on your schedule. Like don't force it, but like put that like time in, so you give yourself some rest and some time to give your brain space to be creative and open. And it's like also positive affirmations. Like you could put in positive affirmations and say like 5 to 10 positive affirmations a day to yourself, or 5 to 10 things you're grateful for. And it's like when you're in positivity and gratefulness and gratitude, then like you will be abundant, because if you create yourself as abundant, you will be abundant. But if you start saying, "Oh, I don't have this, I don't have that," you're already in lack, and therefore you will not produce abundance. When it comes to the physical health side, this is super important, because if you feel good physically, then it will improve your mental state and your mental clarity. So it's like a strong body will create a strong mind. So some actionable steps would be to create like a simple workout plan. So this could be strength training, this could be cardio or yoga. For me, I personally do strength training. So this is like lifting weights, because I've had both of my hips reconstructed. So I know that I can't do just cardio. I have to strengthen the muscles around my hips and my back so that I have a strong body. Otherwise, like I end up slouching, or I create bad habits with my body, and or like my muscles tighten up and stiffen up, and therefore like my hips will become sore and like cramped up. So it's like it's something that I have to do on a regular to feel better. But it's kind of good in a way, because then I know that I will keep it up, and I will be committed to it, because I know that's something I should be doing. I do also do some cardio. This could be like elliptical, because that's what I like, but I also like biking. So either one of those is good. But another thing I love to do is dance. But in order to do dance, I have to be physically fit, or my muscles have to be semi-strong, so that I'm not hurting myself in dance. For me, something that's really important is the consistency and the discipline in fitness. So for me, I always know that when I don't work out, I don't feel as great throughout the day. And I know this is not always easy with my busy schedule. And sometimes sleep takes priority, especially if I've had a long weekend. And so my goal is to work out at least 3 times a week, but my goal is more to like 5 to 6. But I know that sometimes I don't have the time, or my sleep becomes more important, because my health and me not getting sick is very important for my my lifestyle, basically. For me, this nutrition is extremely important, and I know that I'm always like working at it and trying to figure out what my body needs. And it's like right now I'm in the process of working on macros with higher protein, like lowish carbs, like 100 carbs a day max. And then I'm also doing like kind of lower fats, so about like 60 grams of fat and like 130 grams of protein. And I'm still struggling with it, because I'm trying to find that balance. And so obviously workout, and that is like my priority. And then it's like just eating clean. So it's like for me, it's like eating meats or fruits or vegetables or sweet potatoes, which is good. And it's like staying hydrated and having electrolytes because I eat a lot of meat. And it's like finding supplements that work for you. I also did a gene test where I'm able to figure out what genes are broken. Therefore, I know what supplements I need to take. And so it's just like an ongoing process of learning my body and like trying to optimize my health as much as possible. Because I know if I don't feel good physically, I won't feel good mentally. And I find myself, if I am in like a negative physical state, then I will become, my negative thoughts will be more prominent because I'm like, ugh, why am I here again? Or why do I keep having this pattern of it, with whether food or digestion? And it gets really frustrating, especially when it's been years and years and years and I'm still working on it. But I know that like the more research I do, the more possibility it is of me figuring it out. Or it's like me just going to a holistic doctor and I'm like learning what, the knowledge that they have that they can help me with. And I know that that can cost more, but sometimes it's worth it when my health is important. And then for me also, I know for a fact that sleep is super important. So like let's say I have like a full schedule, which is me normally because I work full time, and I also work on my singing pretty much full time as well. um it's like it's a lot and it can be overwhelming.